plastic surgery. Here, everyone wants a new face, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to get it. My name is Jason Godfrey, and my mission is to strip off the facade and find out what's underneath this plastic obsession. In a country of 49 million faces, standing out from the crowd is no easy feat. But getting that perfect image takes a lot more than buying some new clothes, changing your makeup, or dyeing your hair. South Koreans are officially the most plastic surgery obsessed people in the world. Polls reveal that at least 1 out of 2 Korean women in major cities have had plastic surgery, a figure that experts reckon could be even higher. And that's not all. 90% of Koreans surveyed by a local newspaper said that they would go under the knife to change their looks.
I don't know if you know, but in Korea, plastic surgery is very popular.
Looks is very important in Korean.
I want to be handsome. I want plastic surgery.
How crazy are the Koreans about plastic surgery? Well, all you have to do is take the train to Seoul's famed Gangnam district, home to 70% of all plastic surgery clinics in Korea. If you're ever in need of a plastic fix in the city, then this is it. All right, we've got skin, fingers and toes, teeth. This is like the craziest. I mean, this is before and after. This is the same girl. She does not look anything like what she looked like before.
People are getting used to the fact that people are doing it. Like first it was just small things like the double eyelid surgery, but then people started seeing that with plastic surgery you could become a lot more closer to the ideal societal beauty standards.
Korea's $3 billion market in plastic surgery is booming. But beyond just improving one's looks, I'm about to learn how appearances play a deeper role in the Korean psyche. I'm outside of BK Dongyang, the largest plastic surgery center in the entire world. If you want anything done, chances are they can do it somewhere in this 16-story building. I meet the man with the magic scalpel, head surgeon Dr. Kim Byung-gun. His center does up to 100 cosmetic procedures a day.
Korean people are very open to have surgeries. You know, traditionally, the Koreans are very willing to change themselves. They accept every new method. Even though it's a little risky, they are willing to change it. And they think that they can change their face and bodies to get better opportunity.
Dr. Kim explains how historically Koreans have always struggled to survive, having endured foreign invasions in the Civil War. So they've taken on a more progressive attitude to improving their lives.
I met so many people who have some difficulties to find a job before surgery, and when they have consultation, they complain that they cannot find a job. And after the surgery, 1 year later, they visit my clinic again and tell me that they finally find the job.
How far back does it go with Korean culture and wanting to make themselves better looking to get better jobs?
It's a traditional for Korean people not to change their faces, which their parents made. Mm-hmm. But recently, all the Korean people don't mind.
Going under the knife to permanently change the way you look seems like a pretty high price to pay for a better job. And I'm even more convinced after I get up close and personal with my first procedure. Double eyelid operations like this are so routine that surgeons like Dr. Kim can literally perform them with their eyes closed. But for me, it's a real eye-opener.
I can assume they're injecting local anesthetic into Mrs. Lee's eyes, which is making me really cringe. I'm trying to be strong. Mrs. Lee is being very strong.
Take it easy. You will not feel any pain at all.
Wow, I've never been in surgery before and seen it. Of course, it's sort of gross. You're seeing the incisions and he's pulling flaps of skin and chunks of fat out of the eyelid, and you're cutting on an eyeball. So it's got to be really precise. He just made them as quick as possible. In, started stitching, started cutting.
Surgical procedures are definitely not for the faint of heart. And from what I've heard, it's not just the ladies who are trading in physical pain for a chance at a better life.
문제에 대해서 제가 간단하게 좀 설명을 드리겠는데요.
That's right, the guys do it too. Like Rayung Na, a 27-year-old graduate who's here with his mom for an operation that they hope will turn his life around.
다른 애들 이렇게 보면은 턱이 그렇게 많이 안 나온 것 같은데 우리 아들은 입을 다물고 있을 때는 괜찮은데 입을 벌리고 좀 이야기를 한다던가 그러면 밑에 이가 너무 많이 앞으로 튀어나와가지고
저희 부모님 세대 같은 경우는 잘 모르겠는데 이게 세대가 바뀌면서 한국이나 나라가 좀 외모 주상주의가 좀 돼가는 것 같아요. 그러다 보니까 사람이 능력이 좀 있어도 그 능력이 그냥 똑같은 사람이면은 외모가 더 중요한, 외모가 그나마 좀 출중한 사람을 뽑으려고 하는 것 같아요. 그래서 저랑 이렇게 같이 있는, 만약에 동등한 조건에 있는 사람이면은 더 외모가 뛰어난 사람을 더 뽑는 것 같아요.
The aesthetic surgery to fix both Rayung-na's jaw and crooked teeth will be a 2-year procedure. And better career prospects aside, Rayung-na and his mother are also looking forward to improving his love life.
여자친구 부모님이 돌려서 얘기하기 직접적으로 그냥 딱 그렇게 얘기를 하셔서 그게 마음에 상처가 됐고 그래서 헤어지게 됐죠.
이제 많이 고통을 겪었으니까 아들이 고통을 겪었으니까 이런 고통을 겪기 전에 빨리 수술을 해주고 싶어요.
After all that discussion, I'm really curious to find out what can be done to enhance my appearance.
Hello, Dr. Kim. Hello.
I've always wanted to look a little more like Brad Pitt, so I wonder what advice Dr. Kim has for my ideal face.
Hello, Dr. Kim. Your left bone is a little bigger than right side.
Oh, really?
The computer made some reduction of left bone and a little slender. Yeah, a little more asymmetric face. If you want to correct your nasal tip a little sharper, then I can make your tip sharper and more defined.
Now when I look at my normal nose, I'm like, oh, it's so big.
Influenced by TV celebrities and K-pop stars, more and more young Koreans are getting surgery, even teenagers. A recent survey showed that 1 in 4 parents support plastic surgery for their child by fixing their noses or eyelids, starting as young as 14.
What's too young for plastic surgery?
The patient should be old enough to have surgery because the facial bone or on the body area should finish growing. Maybe the patients are 17 or 18 years old, they stop growing, so they can perform any surgeries.
Do you get patients who come in who are fixated on looking like Western stars?
Maybe 20 years ago, most of the Asian patients want to make their face much westernized, but recently they just make their face better and prettier, but not exactly westernized face.
It's no secret that looks have become synonymous with success in Korea. But can you really judge a person's character or self-worth by their looks? To find out, I make a date to go people watching with Park Na-young, the beauty editor of InStyle Korea magazine. After 12 years in the business, she's seen every beauty trend come and go, but tells me that one thing remains constant.
한국에서는 그러니까 잘 꾸며진 외모, 그러니까 좀 깔끔하고 좀 인상이 좋은 것이 자기의 그 능력하고도 연결이 된다는 약간 그런 생각이 있긴 있어요, 전반적으로. 하지만 그게 뭐 사회 전반적으로 그 얼굴이 예뻐야지 일을 잘해 이렇게 딱 정해진 건 아니지만 그래도 자기를 좀 꾸밀 줄 알고 자기를 좀 깔끔하게 정돈할 수 있는 사람이 자기 일도 자기를 꾸미는 것처럼 잘하지 않을까라는 그런 생각을 갖고 있는 것 같아요.
I think that maybe every culture has a level of superficiality to it. I think in Korea, there's no stigma attached to it, just admitting it. What's beautiful for Korean women when it comes to the face? What's ideal?
한국에서는 요즘에 가장 그 뷰티 키워드 중에 하나가 베이글이라는 게 있어요. 그게 뭐냐면 얼굴은 베이비 페이스인데 몸은 굉장히 글래머의 여자들을 굉장히 아름답다고 얘기하고 있거든요.
Now Young and I hit the streets to find bagel-looking women.
Really?
Yeah.
Bagel?
Just face.
A little bit. That one's kind of bagel. Yeah.
Red.
But we're out of luck.
Male style.
Yeah, I saw her, but I can't tell if she's a bagel or not.
그 가장 큰 문제는 애들이 개성을 잃어버린다는 것 같아요. 그러니까 애들이 지금 스타가 되어 있는 뭐 베이글 스타들을 보면서 그 얼굴이 맞는 얼굴이라 생각을 하니까 자기 개성을 잃어버려 가는 게 좀 큰 문제긴 하죠.
안녕하십니까, 아이브 성형외과입니다.
So while everyone in Korea may end up looking the same with surgery, that isn't stopping a large number of people from pursuing their plastic beauty dreams. I even discovered that there's a TV reality show that's taking people one step closer to fulfilling their deepest beauty desires. Challenge Cinderella.
So plastic surgery is so popular in Korea that there's actually shows where you can come on and get free plastic surgery. Basically, the show is sort of like a contest. You kind of come on, you tell them why you want it, and then the doctors and the producers decide who needs it the most. There's 5 spots available, and I've heard that there's about 50 girls here. It's going to be pretty interesting to see what some of these people say to get surgery.
From students to mothers, everyone has a story to tell. In over 2 long hours, judges listen to women speak about their faces or body parts that they desperately want to change. It can get pretty emotional.
다리에 미니스커트나 반바지 수영장 생각도 못하고요. 그래서 열등감이 되게 심해져가지고 안 예뻐라고요?
오늘 이제 보셨다시피 이제 대중들의 반응은 뜨겁죠. 그러니까 뭐 매번 이제 사무실로 전화해서 언제 오디션을 하느냐. 올해는 대략 800명에서 이제 1000명 정도의 지원자가 이렇게 지원을 했고, 그 중에서 저희가 5-60명 정도 이렇게 지원자를 이렇게 오늘 보셨던 오디션 과정을 통해서 선발해서 이렇게 수술을 하게 되었습니다.
The suspense is mounting as the candidates wait and the doctors deliberate on who will be deserving of a plastic makeover.
All right, they just kicked myself and the crew out of there because the doctors are checking some of the contestants' breasts to see basically, you know, how much work has to be done, I suppose. So we can't go in there. Sorry about that. No video.
It seems like an eternity before the chosen 5 finally get the good news.
자, 발표하겠습니다. 먼저 54번.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you. 감사합니다.
How excited are you to be chosen to be on the show?
Yeah.
And of course, the winner of Challenge Cinderella gets all their plastic surgery paid for by wannabe plastic surgery. They're really telling you exactly what they're giving you.
It's not just regular people who are obsessed about plastic surgery. It's common knowledge that TV celebrities and K-pop stars too enhance their looks and their showbiz careers.
Hey!
Oh!
You must be Gina.
I'm Gina.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm Jason.
Oh, Jason, handsome?
Oh, thank you very much. Well, good dance moves. Looks really good.
Dancing?
Yeah, you did this well.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. This is painful.
My new dance partner is Gina, one half of the K-pop duo, the Go-Go Girls.
Good.
Although super talented, the Go-Go Girls were criticized by netizens for their somewhat ordinary looks.
가수가 한국에서 가수를 했을 때 예쁜 외모에 뭐 그렇게 해서 가수를 데뷔할 수 있는 그런 거였는데, 저 같은 경우는 그 외모 때문에 막 오디션 같은 데서도 많이, 면접에서도 많이 떨어지고 이렇게 하다가 우연히 이제 여자 노라조로 퍼니한 캐릭터로 가야만 제가 그때 그 외모로는 데뷔를 할 수가 있었거든요. 섹시해요. 오케이. 오디션 한 몇백 개는 본 것 같아요. 근데 서류에서 떨어지고, 어떻게 서류에 돼서 오디션을 가도 넌 끼는 정말 많은데 뭔가 이렇게 모질하다 하면서 계속 이렇게 떨어졌었거든요. Yeah.
To revamp their image, the Go-Go Girls had highly publicized cosmetic procedures done on TV. Although Gina tells me it's no big deal.
뭐 생각을 하거든요. 그러니까 제가 일단 고치기 전에도 이쪽 일을 하고 있었고, 고치고 나서도 이쪽 일을 하기 더 멋지게 더 이제 비난을 더 이상 덜 받고 활동하기 위해서 이렇게 했는데, 그런 것 같이 여러 가지 합치면 한 1억 정도 됐던 것 같고요. 물론 이 1억은 제 돈으로 한 게 아니고요. 협찬을 통해서 다 받게 됐습니다. 한다면 이제 가슴 수술은 한번 또 하고 갖고 싶다는 생각을 해요.
As I learned, Gina wasn't the only person who found fame from her cosmetic procedures. I head out to the mountains with my translator, Soo Jin, to meet a plastic surgery celebrity of a different kind.
All right, well, we've managed to track down Han Mi-oh. Han Mi-oh is a sensational case of plastic surgery sort of gone wrong here in Korea because she was a plastic surgery addict for a long time. Now, she hasn't given any interviews in quite a while, so this is actually pretty special. She's coming to talk to us today. Where are we going here?
Here.
All right, let's come talk to her now.
안녕하세요.
네.
I'm Jason. Nice to meet you. Han Mi-oh.
Han Mi-oh grew up like every other Korean girl and eventually found her calling in showbiz. Then her beauty fixation went horribly wrong.
그거는 22살 때부터 아니 맞네 22살 1살 2살 이 정도 그게 어느 정도는 예뻐지고 싶어서 해요. 근데 그게 도가 지나치다 보면은 예뻐지고 싶어서 아니라 이게 뭔가 하면은 자신감이 생기고 뭔가 자기가 나 보이는 거야. 나 보이고 빠져들고 계속 이거는 여기 하고 싶고 남이 또 하는 걸 보면은 자기도 못 참는 거지 그거를 쟤 했으니까 내가 더 많이 해야지 그러면서 그 생각으로만 했던 것 같아요.
Miyoke couldn't get enough of cosmetic surgery and eventually took matters into her own hands by injecting cooking oil into her own face. Today she's a brutal reminder of how dangerously addictive and destructive changing one's looks can be.
This is you at the height of your surgery? Oh my gosh, so you...
이 얼굴이 이렇게 된 거야 지금.
Wow, this is so much weight. This wasn't painful?
그러니까 건강한데도 얼굴이 이러니까 사람들이 다 아픈 사람으로 생각하시는 것 같더라고요. 아주 멀리 왔다고 생각했는데.
Once a singer with dreams of becoming a big star, Han Mi-oke now leads a simple life, away from the media spotlight that she once craved.
Just finished speaking to Han Mi-oke. I can't help feeling bad for her. I mean, she's stuck in her little home, ultimately all by herself, with really nothing to do. I mean, she says that Korean employers have to employ a certain amount of disabled, so she's optimistic she can find a job. And I hope she can find something, you know, just to keep her busy. And maybe she can get back to singing, even if it's just for herself.
In my search for the meaning of plastic surgery in Korea, I was learning that it wasn't just about enhancing one's looks, but also shaping one's destiny. Most older Koreans don't care much for plastic surgery to improve their lives, but they do trust in a more ancient method.
안녕하세요.
Yeah.
Even though I'm kind of skeptical about this whole fortune-telling thing, I'm pretty curious to find out what destiny supposedly has in store for me.
운영 자체도 아주 괜찮게 나왔고 결혼선이라는 거는 결혼할 때 조금 일찍 결혼하면 안 됩니다. 늦게 이렇게 결혼하셔야지 그러면은 헤어질 수 있는 그런 가능이 상당히 많고 경제는 조금 이렇게 약간의 하는데 이게 약간 이렇게 갖고 이렇게 올라가야지 이렇게 탁 나오면 안 되거든요. 딱 이렇게 올라가려면 최고의 경제를 가질 수도 있다. 돈이 많은 남자가 될 수 있다. 이렇게 돼 있어 이게요.
I've heard of people that maybe they get plastic surgery to change the line so they can change their fortune.
할 수가 없어요. 왜 그러냐면 이런 자체를 어떻게 빼냅니까? 수술은 손금은 수술할 수가 없어요. 얼굴은 수술하는데 관상은 이건 수술하기가 상당히 힘들어요 이게.
Although the palm reader is wary about plastic surgery, she conveniently forgets to tell me that she has surgical skills of her own.
손이 딴 사람보다 참 편인데 좀 이렇게 혈액순환이 되게 이런 거를 자꾸 이렇게 손을 만져줘야 돼 이렇게.
Ah! My fingers don't bend that way. Okay.
이렇게.
Wow. She's strong.
네.
I'm okay though? Yeah? She knows the pressure point. She's digging. Yeah, I know the future. I need to go to the hospital. That was painful.
In spite of my painful experience, a poll revealed that nearly 60% of Korean job seekers actually do consult palm and face readers to determine their fortunes. And believe it or not, Korean plastic surgeons have now joined the trend.
I'm about to check out the only palm line surgery clinic in all of Korea. Gonna see what they can do to change my fortune.
Altering one's palm line to make over your life seems to be bordering on the bizarre, even for plastic surgery. But I've decided to reserve judgment on that till I speak to Dr. Kim, a palm line surgery specialist.
How many clients do you get who want palm line surgery? Is it very common?
그래서 원래 이제 이건 미용 성형은 아니기 때문에 사실 막 활성화된 수술은 아니지만 요즘에 이제 2007년서부터 시작을 했는데 한 달에 한 2-3 케이스를 하니까.
Dr. Kim informs me that for about $700 US, patients can change the palm lines that supposedly influence the major aspects of their lives.
건강에 대해서 어떤 이제 특히 이제 캔서를 갖고 있었던 사람들은 몇 번 와가지고 이걸 다시 이제 수술 받고 나서 불안한 심리 때문에 더 확실하게. 그러니까 캔서를 알았는데 보니까 진짜 이 손금 라이프라인이 되게 짧고 안 좋았단 말이에요. 그래서 다시 이제 캔서 수술 끝나고 나서 또 라이프라인을 똑바로 한 경우도 있고, 이 건강 때문에 이거를 하는 사람들은 꽤 많이 있어요.
And it's not just palms. Surgeons like Dr. Kim also believe that changing one's face can improve their fortunes too. But he says he only works with Asian faces.
그러니까 손금 성형을 통해서 이 손금이 바뀐다 그래서 운명이 반드시 바뀐다고 얘기할 수는 없지만, 이 사람 심리적으로 내 손금이 이렇게 바뀌었으니까 뭐가 잘 되겠지, 하나의 모티브, 동기부여가 돼서 그거에 따라 더 열심히 일도 하고 노력하게 돼서 조금 좋은 방향으로 가는 게 이 손금 성형의 의미라고 할 수 있어요.
Do you ever feel like you need some added motivation? So maybe you cut like a deeper... No?
My palm line, just good. Yes.
Natural?
Natural.
In a competitive society where looks seemingly determine one's success in life, it's no wonder that plastic surgery has boomed in Korea and gone way beyond simple aesthetics.
Over the past few days, I've learned that some Koreans are obsessed with their appearance, and that plastic surgery is a way for them to alter not only their looks, but to alter their reality. And if going under the knife is a way for them to feel like they fit in better, who's to argue with millions of people? As long as they feel better about themselves, and most do, the quest for the perfect face here in Korea will continue. See, plastic surgery here is awesome because this guy looks exactly like Brad Pitt. I mean, if I was just gonna glance, I'd be like, hey, it's Brad Pitt. Moneyball, I guess that must be the name of the plastic surgery clinic. I'm getting their number. I'm gonna give them a ring. I'm the new Brad Pitt.